Hi and welcome to another gaming video, and in today's video it's a bit of a follow-up to a previous video. Recently bought this original Game Boy, and previously I asked, should I reshell it, should I Retrobright it, should I just paint it, or should I leave it alone? Now when you look at it like that, it looks alright, a little off colour, and when you look at it, yes, this is the back, this is what colour it should be. So it is this sort of browny stained colour, which I thought was great when I bought it, but it's been bugging me for a little while. Why can't I get it back to a normal colour? If you can see just in the speaker grills, you can see just how that came up. This has been stripped, cleaned, washed, all the board's been IPA'd, the casing's been scrubbed, and this is the colour it's still coming up at. But I actually think I'm going to leave it as it is. So there's a spoiler alert for you. I'm not going to reshell it, because if I reshell it, I'd want it in some kind of fancy looking case, or I'd want it in an original case just with better colouring. Don't really think that's worth it. Reshelling it in a fancy case, well, I thought about sort of crystal or crystal blue, but then I lose the originality of this Game Boy. And then I went and thought about the Retrobright idea. It's good, it works, but it doesn't seem to work for very long. I've seen people after sort of 3 months and their Game Boys return to this colour, and it does make the plastics quite brittle. So the whole covering it in hydrogen peroxide, wrapping it in cling film, and then putting it in a UV box, that method, it's a bit risky. It doesn't always work. There's no guarantee it will get the brown out, but it could damage the plastics, and even if it did get the brown out, then there's a possibility in a few months or a couple of years that it will come back, because it's something to do with what is in the plastics that's leaching the colour. So there you go, there's that one. Do I want to repaint it? Not particularly. I've seen some really bad repaint jobs online, and that's put me off. So it works. This is a fully working console. It's been cleaned and restored and gotten 30 years of gunk and grime and, well, usage out of the insides and the outsides. It's had a little bit of a makeover in terms of it's got a battery back, which it didn't come with. It's got a new screen lens, which makes it look absolutely amazing, and I've changed the battery contacts. So this console is a fully working console. It's just in that weird stained brown, and I don't know what it's stained with. General dirt, possibly nicotine. It's got that kind of yellow nicotine stain tinge to it, but it works. So why mess around with something that works? Why take away the history and the character of this Game Boy? Yes, I really quite like the idea of it looking like this, like it should do, but it's not gonna. And my only option is to reshell it, and I don't particularly fancy doing that. That's more expense, and while these are the easiest consoles to take apart and put back together, it's just something I don't want to do. So I'm about 95% sure I'm just going to leave this Game Boy as it is, play the games that I can play on it, and enjoy it, use it for future videos, and stick it on a shelf as a showpiece. So there you go. And from some of the comments on the previous videos, that is what the general gist was. Just leave it alone. Like I said, I did fancy a transparent shell, but third-party shells always come with really naff buttons, so I'd have to put these buttons in, and then it just wouldn't look right, because the official transparent shell that you buy, or that it came with on the Play It Loud series, had all black buttons, and this has got the original buttons, which I love. I love these purple buttons. It's what makes the Game Boy the Game Boy. This colour is what makes the Game Boy the Game Boy. Never been a fan of when Nintendo re-released it in different colours, except the black one. I did think about picking a black one up once, because that looked quite cool. So this Game Boy is going to stay as it is. It's going to be used, it's going to be loved, it's going to be looked after, and then it's going to sit on my shelf for people to comment on and go, "You've got a Game Boy there." Yes, I have. So there you go. No, I'm probably not going to reshell it or repaint it or Retrobright it. I'm just going to leave it as it is. Let me know what you think. Link, like, subscribe, enjoy.